We're in the D block. We're coming up on your live shot. Stand by.
Hey street team, welcome back to Danny TV, where we bring what's going on in these streets to your TV. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Danielle, so make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe because y'all know we're about to go up. It's been a minute since I filmed like a come to work with me, and I've touched up with y'all about how things are actually going at work. I feel like we went on this journey with me finding a job in the industry, and then I started working. I haven't really like touched base with y'all. So today, as y'all can see by the title, I am filming a come to work with me. If you are new here, I've always wanted to be a journalist. It's literally been like a dream. So the fact that I fulfilled my dream is still crazy to me and literally insane, because ever since I was a kid, I was like, I'm gonna be a journalist, you know? So yeah, I'm still like super happy about it, and I'm still like, dang, like, is this real? Is it real? I'm not like gonna say like everything is just like perfect, but with the ups and downs, I'm still happy that I was able to achieve my dream, if that makes sense. Well, anyway, I am a producer slash digital producer. So my position is kind of unique because I get to dab in the TV side of things and also like everything that is online. And I think it's pretty dope. And tonight I am working on a freaking Saturday, and I don't get off until midnight. So yeah, if you want to see behind the scenes and what it's really like working in TV news, just keep on watching, y'all, because we about to go to work, okay?
Super empty on the weekends. Like, you can hear literally a pin drop. So right here, I went to go grab my show logs, and I'm timing out my show, putting in the breaks just to make sure everything equals out, so I know how much content I need to fill and put inside my show. Here I am typing. A lot of typing, y'all. When you're producing, you have to write up a whole bunch of stuff.
Now I am in the break room at our lovely like snack area, and I came back here to get my favorite chips. I love these chips so much. I eat these all the time. I got done with my show a little early, so I need to like snack on something before I go in the booth. So I think we're gonna have to cut that story about Chick-fil-A. Hey y'all, so I just got done producing and boothing my show, so it's officially lunchtime. I made a jerk chicken and brown rice wrap earlier. I take my break. Like, I'm not one of those people that like sit at the desk and eat through the break. Like, no. One thing about me, I always go out to the car. I usually go home on my break, but today I don't feel like doing that, so I like brought my lunch. But I take my break. I take my hour. I need time to think, decompose, and all that good jazz. Like, sis, take your break. Little brother, take your break. Take your break, y'all, because I'm gonna take mine. So anyway, I'm about to eat real quick, and then I will be back in like literally 2 seconds for YouTube time. I came back to say, when it come to making a wrap, I'm gonna make me a wrap, because this jerk chicken wrap with brown rice, woo, scrumptious. Okay, it is so good. I'm gonna have to run this back. Okay, so yeah, just got done eating lunch, and it's honestly a lot of moving parts like with producing. So I'll insert a clip and show y'all how like the booth look and stuff like that. So that's pretty, so like when you come in as a producer, you're going to figure out what stories you're going to put in the show. You're going to stack the show. You have your A block, your B block, your C block, your D block. So you'll just, you know, organize it kind of from like stuff that is like super important. I would say like breaking news for your A block, and then go down towards the end of your show, you want to put in like lighthearted stories. I always look forward to, excuse me, this specific story that comes out every week. It's like a bunch of like crazy stories that has happened all over, and it's super interesting. And every Saturday, like, I love to put it in my show. When it's time for the show to come on, you have to go in like the booth and you like put your headset in, and it's a lot of moving parts with that, because you first have to make sure that like your show time out, like when it goes on air and your anchor is like reading her scripts and all that. You have to make sure like all of that times out. So for me, I have to make sure that it times out for a 30-minute slot. If something's like breaking news, you have to talk to your anchor like through the headset. Hey, this is what's going on. Like sometimes you may have to write up breaking news. Let me think. If you have reporters out live on the scene, like you have to talk to them. They'll like call in with their live shot up, and then you have to tell them like, okay, stand by, go. So when you say go, they know to start speaking. When you say stand by, they know, okay, we're in, you know, the block, we're in my shot. Basically, I'm coming up. Something that I recently learned how to do, our sports director does like live interviews sometimes, so I'll have to like count her down like live. Like if she has a minute, then count her down so she can know how long to talk and how long to do the interview. At the end of your show, you have to count them down like and let them know 45 seconds, 30 seconds, 10, 5, wrap, you know, terms like that. Most of the time, no. Oh, you have to count down the weather person as well. It can sometimes like be stressful when you're in the booth, especially when you're new, because it is a lot of like moving parts. I'm about to like hit 6 months of being here, and sometimes I still like get scared when I go in the booth a little bit. Not to say scared, but nervous a little bit. But it's like, I don't know, you just have to do it, and once you like keep doing it over and over again, like it gets better. Like today I had a great show. Only one mistake. It was my fault. I made like a stupid simple mistake, but whatever. But it's like a learning experience. Like nobody's perfect. One thing that I do make sure that is not in my show, like I do not want anything spelled incorrectly on air. That's probably the worst thing that you can do as being a producer. That and letting your show actually cut off air. That actually happened to me when I first started working here. Like my show literally cut off air when the anchors were talking. And I'm like, oh my God, like, am I gonna get fired? I didn't get fired, but like a conversation was had, like, you know, make sure you blah, 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 blah. And it was like, dang. So never did that again. But you have to make sure that you have like your lowers in, which would be like, say if you're watching the news, at the bottom of the screen where it tells you what the story is about, you have to make sure that is in. After I stack everything, load up all the content and figure out what I'm putting in, my method is, as I'm going through putting my stories in, I make sure to put my lower third and just put everything in, because to me it flows better that way, to do it that way, versus stacking up my stories and then having to go back and add all the content. Like I just do it one at a time. Say if we talking about you know, 4th of July, that 4th of July story, I make sure that I put the lower third in. I make sure that I attach my video and all of that, so I don't have to go back and do that later. Hold on, y'all, because my camera is overheating. I gotta cut the air on real quick. Okay, y'all may hear like the vent in the background, but I don't want my camera to like overheat. Something else that I do before I go in the booth, I always make a note of things just so I don't forget stuff, because it's so many moving parts. Like I take a piece of paper back there so I can write down, you know, which mistakes was made, so I can send out my report at the end of the night, because you do have to send out a report at the end of the night to say what went wrong in the show. So I am about to finish enjoying the rest of my break. When I go back in, now it's time for me to focus on the digital and social media side. So that includes like Facebook, Twitter, IG, updating our website if it's any breaking news, and posting new stories. Usually on the weekends it's not too much going on, so for the most part when I go back in, I'll post some of like the reporter scripts and put that on web and put the video and stuff like that. And then other than that, if nothing crazy happens, it's going to be a pretty chill night. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. I'm kind of limited on what I can show y'all because I can't have my like camera at my desk just recording because sis can't do that on company time. So just know I'm taking like dedication into this because I had to come in a little early to compose some clips, and I'm talking to y'all on my break. So yeah, this is like genuinely something that I do enjoy. So anyway, I will touch back with y'all once I get back into the station. Oh, and to touch base on when I was talking about like the show timing out, like you may sometimes have to like add content and you may have to kill content. It just depends on how the show flows, because I know sometimes when I'm like at my desk, it'll time out and say okay timing, but then once we get back there and stuff start rolling, it'll be like okay, you're 10 seconds under, you're 30 seconds under, or you're like 20 seconds over. So like if you're over, that's when you have to make that judgment call to take something out of your show. And then if you're under, of course you have to add stuff in. So it's always good like to have some extra content on the back burner and know like okay, if I end up going under once we get into the show, I know that I can hurry up and slap this in and add that. Like that's something as well.
At this part of my shift, I was freezing cold because it's always cold in the newsroom. And I'm just like, okay, is it 12 o'clock yet? Is it 12 o'clock yet? This clip is when I was getting to the nitty gritty. So this is when I was working on all of my work for digital. It was after 11 o'clock, so I was clipping the video to make sure all of the news scripts that were on the web have like their video, the picture, and everything that needs to go with it. I think I was like laughing at some stuff that my coworkers were saying. So yeah, I'm getting to it because sis trying to go home at 12. Okay. Now here we are on our way home. It is the end of the night and yeah, ready to hop in my bed.
Hey y'all, I am officially home and off work. When I say that I'm sleepy, y'all, I cannot wait to dive in my bed because I'm sleepy and I'm tired. But honestly, today was not a bad day. Like, it went by so fast. Seriously, I looked up and I was like, dang, it's 11 o'clock. So if you guys would like more content like this, let me know in the comments. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in my next video.